Hello everybody, it's April 24th. I'm back again after a week or so. I guess it's been exactly a week. Last Saturday I was out here and I was able to find and mark the queen bee, and I added a honey super to the top of the hive. The bees look pretty active today. It's 63 out, much more active than they were last week when I was out here. So my goal for today is to go through the hive, make sure I didn't hurt the queen when I marked her, make sure she's still laying, and I want to get an idea of if they're starting to look at the top box, the honey super. So set my tools down here. And as I said earlier, the bees are pretty busy. Noticing some bees down here in the grass hanging out. I'm not sure what that's about, but okay. A little bit of smoke, let them know I'm here. Quite a few workers out and about today. There's probably at least 20 of them there waiting to come into the hive. And already I can see there are bees work up in these top boxes because they're on the cover. So that's good. On the top cover, I got one on here on the inner cover vent. Take the inner cover off here. Got some bees hanging out on the top of the inner cover. And I just kind of want to poke around in this middle box here to see what they're doing. This was drawn comb that I had put in. Looks like we got bees up here kind of checking it out, cleaning it up. I'm just going to take a look at a few of these just to see if they're putting any stores up here. Not yet. Take a look at one on this side. I don't intend to be in the hive that long if I can help it today. Okay, so they're on the comb up here, but nothing's been stored up here yet, so get everything spaced. And pop this top medium super off. Got a fair bit of coverage here even before I'm pulling off the queen excluder. And take a look, make sure that the queen's not on it. Okay. I kind of set this back here. Okay. Got little remnants of this pollen patty. Got a few bees working on it. Set that in my pan here for now. And before I do anything else, I'm going to take a look at the bee coverage. So I got bees from this side of this frame the whole way to this frame here. So that's 7.5 frames of bees in this top box. Now last time we looked up here, it was last week, it was larvae of all different stages and the queen was still up here working. So what I'm expecting to see this week up here is capped brood, and these should all be nurse bees keeping that brood warm, and uncapped brood fed. Okay. Okay, this is definitely a food frame. Got leftover sugar syrup on this side from last year. And capped honey on this side. Doesn't look like much else is going on. A little smoke to let them know I'm still here. Be another food frame with capped honey, and still some sugar syrup left, and the same on that side. I generally like to pull the two end frames out so I have plenty of space to work in the box. So we should be getting in the frames that had brood in it. This side has still a little bit of sugar syrup on that side, and looks like fresh nectar and pollen on this side. And I'm looking around, make sure, see if I see the queen or not. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a drone bee there. That's a male bee. All the rest of the smaller workers are female. Okay. So no brood on that one. But there were some fresh nectar stores in there. This frame, again, I wish the sun was out. This would be a lot easier. Might be eggs. I can't tell without the sun. And they got some nectar stores going around up here. And on this side over here. Okay, some older larvae and some capped brood right here. Looks like they're storing nectar on this side too. I got a practice cup over here again, nothing in it. Kind of get rid of it while I can. Looks like they're storing pollen or bee bread over here. Okay. So the next frame. And I can already see there's capped brood on this frame. Pretty good sheet of it too. All this is capped brood. This lighter stuff is they recently capped, and this darker stuff is capped, and they're about ready to emerge. And there's some older larvae mixed in there. But this whole side of the frame is a good sheet of brood. And the same with this side. Now, since my queen bee is marked, if she's here still, she should be easier to see. So I don't see her on this frame. I expect to see her probably down in the bottom box this week because she worked this upper box pretty hard the last week. So I'm expecting to see capped brood on this frame too. And I can already see drone brood at the top. Yep, plenty of capped brood. That's great. This bigger stuff here, that's drone brood. You can see some towards the bottom here too. Usually I typically see it at the bottom, not so often at the top. And that whole side is capped brood that's about ready to emerge. So that's good. That's 2 full frames of capped. Probably talking 5,000 to 6,000 bees between both frames there that are going to emerge here in the next few days. Okay, got much older larvae all in here, and they'll be capping them off soon. We got nectar stores going on the sides and pollen stores up here. And a full sheet of capped brood up here too. That's, I had to guess that'd be about 7,000 new bees by next week. So sounds like their numbers are going to be up significantly when the flow starts. And this side we got nectar and a little bit of pollen. I'm not going to go through, well, maybe I'll pull these other frames just to make sure the queen's not up here. But I'm not going to look at it very hard. And honey. And definitely a heavy frame. Still some sugar syrup. And a bunch of capped honey there. Alright. So I think we're in good shape on this top box. I'm gonna put it back together. Once there's frames of capped brood emerge, the worker bees will come in, clean up their cells pretty fast, and get them ready for the queen to lay again. I do think these bees seem a little hotter than the bees I've had in the past. I know when I first got them they were really mellow, but after working them here a couple weeks, they seem just a little more ill-tempered Okay, before I pull this box apart, I want to look at coverage. So we got bees on this one, 7, some on this one. We'll call that 7. Pretty good frames being worked. I didn't see the queen in that box, in the top box, so I expect to see her down here. For the most part, I want to spot the queen or signs the queen's here working, and I'll close it up. So this frame's completely empty on that side. And they're starting to put nectar in on this side. Not much going on at that frame at all. Storing some pollen up here. And nectar on this one. And some pollen stores over here. I don't know if you can see the yellow and orange. And there's the queen bee. So she's around and still doing okay. I'm going to catch her in my queen clip here. Now I know exactly where she is, and I can kind of proceed without worrying about hurting her. She's right here. I just want to see if she's laying down here, and then we'll be good. We got capped brood. And some larvae. And some brood that's about ready to be capped. Just want to see some younger larvae, and then I'll be happy. Order larva. And uncapped larva. Check one more frame here. Yep, younger stuff in there, so we're good. Okay. I'll put this back together. Alright, I still have my queen in the cage there. I'm going to pull the rack off. I'm gonna release the queen. Maybe. Okay, she's going back down. She's going back down right here. Alright, so what's left is put everything back together. What's left of this pollen patty on. I'm not putting another pollen patty on because there's so much of it out on the trees and stuff right now. There's no need. My car is literally covered with it every day, so no need for that. I'm going to put this queen excluder on. She's on. Try to clean a little bit. Let's wax up a little bit. Okay. There we go. Put the medium honey super on. Make sure it's lined up. Alrighty. Put the inner cover on. So far so good. Numbers are really building up. Probably have just in this top brood box itself, I'll probably have 7,000 or so new bees just on those few frames I saw. And in the bottom box, there was at least 2 full sheets of bees, and I didn't go through the whole thing. So 2 full sheets, you know, on one side of the frame. One side of the frame, a sheet is about, you're talking about 1,000 to 1,500 bees right there. So another 3,000 out of this bottom box. So all of those will emerge here in the next 7 days, within the next 7 days. And the queen seems like she's doing well and laying everything up. So the population will be booming here in the next 2 weeks. So I think I'm going to call it quits as far as the inspection goes. Again, prior hives, I've never had worker bees after me this persistent. So this is new. And take a step back here and see how far they follow me. So I got one. She leave me alone. I can hear her. Yeah, so they're being kind of persistent. I'm going to stand back here for a second. I don't want to step in just to see if I have a guard bee come after me now that I have things closed up. So I'm stepping back. Yep, guard bee here. I'm going to walk away. 2 of them actually. Still here. Alright, so anyway, I'll walk off. The guard bee should bother me here, or quit bothering here once I get a few steps away. In the meantime, I'm going to close up the video. I'm actually thinking about, I'm not going to probably do a video next week. I'm just going to let them go. And I'll come back in 2 weeks and do a pretty good inspection to see how the queen's doing. Check for signs of swarming, because their numbers are going to be booming now. I'm hoping with the space they have and that medium super on there that'll kind of stave that off. But In 2 weeks I'll come by, look for signs of swarming, make sure the queen's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and take it from there. But in the meantime, there's plenty of pollen in the area, plenty of dandelion. I don't know if you can see the dandelion out here, and other wildflowers that are just starting to go. So they should have plenty of stuff to work coming up soon. Got 3 guard bees on me now. So we'll see how it goes here in a couple weeks. But until then, you guys, have a great weekend and stay safe.